Hello everyone. Welcome back to the VGLD. Hello, here is your Aman Assudani, your CMA trainee. How are you guys, everyone?
Good, Aman. How are you?
Good, doing good. Great.
Good.
Happy to see you all.
Yes, sir.
So I hope that you all are here with a full, complete energy, and you all needs to ace your CMA in the very first attempt. Okay. So I hope that we should start with an introduction. You all know myself, Aman Assudani. I am a qualified CMA or certified CMA, we can say, because within a few days I'm gonna receive my certificate in my hand. So yeah, that's a thing, and I want you all to have that thing also. So yes, welcome back. Welcome to the new journey of CMA. We are starting with our part 1. Let's see the book. So I hope that you all have reviewed the book and you have seen whatever the things we are gonna see. Okay. So 6 sections are there: A, B, C, D, E, and F. We are gonna start with B section, then C, then D, then E and F. Okay. B, C, D, E, F, then A. Or might be possible that B, C, and E I take. Okay. So I'm planning to cover your course within 2.5 months. Will try my best to solve as many as questions as possible. Will try my best to give you an overall review, okay, in the very best way. Okay, and I need your complete cooperation. If any doubt raises, raise your hand and we'll solve it. Okay. So that's your unit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is for section A. Okay. But we need to start from section B. So section B is completely divided into 3 units. Unit number 12, unit number 13, and unit number 14. 3 basic units are there that we need to learn for our section B, which is planning, budgeting, and forecasting. Okay. 3 simple units. Your complete section B is divided into 3 things: planning, budgeting, and forecasting. Now, what I say, simple is that. Samir, switch on your mic. Okay, so I will be taking someone here for an example. Okay, so Samir, let's assume that you need to buy one car. Okay, so what you will do the very first thing?
मैं बजट बनाऊंगा सर उसका कि कौन
You need the
सी
budget, right?
गाड़ी
First of
चाहिए
all,
मुझे.
forecast. Like, what would be your revenue in the months? How much you
हाँ.
are gonna earn? How much you are gonna spend? And everything you will find out first, right? That's your first thing. That's forecasting. Now, on the basis of that thing, you will make your assumption. You will make your budget. Like how much I'm gonna spend, how much worth car you need. That's what your budget. Is it correct? And then what do? You plan out the things accordingly. So this is what we need to learn here in our section B: planning, budgeting, and forecasting. The very first thing that we are going to learn is forecasting. Then we'll learn about the planning and then our budgeting. That you can say how to make our budgets. All these things summarized in a very simple way, in a very basic way. Okay. So keep your concentration in a point. Be clear with your concepts. The main thing here for CMA is you're clearing your concepts. Okay. So no one here should lack concepts. You must know your answers. Whatever I ask, you must answer it. Okay. So we are starting our first topic, that is known as our forecasting. So unit number 12, 13, and 14 are based your section B. Section B is your 20% weightage. Now, if I say that section B is the most IMT, then it's completely fair. Because you will be seeing question for MCQs, you will be seeing question for an essay also from this particular section, from this particular unit. Okay. So unit number 12, 13, and 14, that makes your section B in our GLAM book. 12, 13, and 14. 3 units, 3 simple way, very easy. Okay. So yeah, let's start with our topics. Let's start with our studies. Okay. So first thing that we are going to learn is our forecasting techniques. Okay. So that's 12.1, correlation and regression analysis. Okay. Now see, forecasting methods. There are various different methods of forecasting. But for what we forecast, we actually forecast our sales. Being a corporation, being an organization, what I need to know, how much my sales would be in the following years. Okay. So for that, I have forecasting methods. So forecasting are the basis for business plans and budgets. I forecast for my business plan. I forecast for my budgets. Okay, forecasts are used to project product demand, inventory levels, cash flows, etc. Like how much is my product demand, how much should be my inventory levels, and how much will be my cash flow. That's all comes in my forecasting techniques. So there are basic two methods. One is qualitative method and one is your quantitative method. See, qualitative method is something that I know from the past experiences that this will be my intuitions. So qualitative methods of forecasting rely on the manager's experience and intuitions. Basically, as I'm experienced, as I have been in this industry from the past years, I have some experience and I have some intuitions, and on that basis, I will forecast. That's what my qualitative methods talks about. But what about my quantitative methods? My quantitative methods include some mathematical models, some graphs, some x-axis, some y-axis. Okay. So when some factors in the organization environment is plotted on x-axis, the technique is causal relationship forecasting. So basically, when such things happens in my organization environment, I plot it on the x-axis, and the things, other things based on this relationship, I plot on the y-axis. Okay. So when time periods are plotted on the x-axis, this technique is known as your time series analysis. So when you plot time period on x-axis, what do you call that technique? It's time series analysis. Okay. So basically, you must all remember one thing. On x-axis, we plot independent variable. Now, when I say what is this independent variable? Independent variable means that is independent. It is not going to affected by any other factor. It is independent. Let's say my marketing cost. It's independent. But my sales is dependent on marketing. Okay. So y-axis will include my dependent variable. Okay. So these are the two factors that we must know. X-axis for the independent variable, y-axis for the dependent variable. Is it clear, guys? You all are getting it what I'm trying to explain? Yes or no? If yes, give a thumbs up quick. Just give a thumbs up, nothing else. Great. Good to go. Okay. Now, the very first forecasting technique that we are going to learn is correlation. Now, what is this correlation analysis? So, if I tell you that, let's say, there is a person X and there is a person Y. X beats Y, X slap Y. What will happen? Y will also slap X. That's might be possibility, right? So if X slaps twice, Y will slap twice. That's a correlation. That's a relationship between the two factors. This is what you can consider. So correlation is the foundation of any quantitative method of forecasting. This is a quantitative method of forecasting. Correlation is the strength of the linear relationship between the two variables, expressed mathematically in the terms of coefficient of correlation R. So this correlation relationship is basically, it shows the strength, how strong they are, how's their relationship. If one goes up, other is going up or not. If one goes down, other is going down or not. If one is there same, other what refers to the other factor. So the relationship between the two or more variables, or basically the two variables, is known as your coefficient of correlation. Basically, this shows the strength, how strong they are, how strong their related equation is. So it can be graphically predicted by plotting the values of the variables on a graph in a form of scatter diagram. So you can form a scatter diagram. Okay. And the value of R ranges from 1 to -1. Your R value will be 1 to -1. If it is R, if your R is 1, that means it's perfect direct relationship. If your correlation is 1, that means there is a perfect direct relationship. Now, what does it mean? It means that if X goes by 1, Y will also goes by 1. If X goes by thrice, Y will also goes by thrice, by same number. Okay. If X goes down by 1, Y also goes down by 1. If X goes down by thrice, Y will also goes down by thrice. That's what perfect relationship talks about. If it is 1. Okay. If it is -1, then it's completely opposite. Perfect inverse relationship. If X goes up by 1, Y will go 1 by down. Okay. if X goes up by twice, Y will go twice down. So that's the perfect inverse relationship, opposite relationship. Okay. Now, if it is nearer to 1, I can say there's a strong direct relationship. Like if X goes up by twice, Y will go up by 1 and 1.5. But it's strong direct relationship. If it is 0, there is no real relationship. Whether X goes up or down, Y doesn't matter. It will be there as it is. If it is equals to 0. So your R value ranges from 1 to -1. Clear? If it is 1, there is a direct relationship. If it is -1, there is an inverse opposite relationship. If it is 0, then there is no relationship. And if it is nearer to 1, there is a strong direct relationship. If it is nearer to -1, strong inverse relationship. Okay. So that's how strength you can build up to. So that's the thing. That's your coefficient of correlation. That's known as R. Now what if I square that R? It becomes coefficient of determination. What does it become? It becomes my coefficient of determination. Now you can also say it as coefficient of correlation, or you can say square is a measure how good the fit between the two variables. Basically, how good the two variables are fitting, how they both are working. So mathematically, the coefficient of determination is a proportion of the total variation in the dependent variable that is accounted by the independent variable. Yeah, sure. Yeah, Pushpraj, we can take. See, if I talk about X and Y, let's say we take X as our marketing. Because marketing is independent. Y is our sales. As you can see, your sales is somewhere dependent to your marketing, right? So if there is a correlation R is equals to 1, that means there is a perfect direct relationship. If I spend marketing by 20,000, my sales will increase by same proportion. If my marketing reduces by same proportion by 10%, my sales will also decrease by 10%. So that's the perfect direct relationship. If R is equals to -1, then if I increase my marketing, my sales would decrease. If I decrease my marketing, my sales would increase. So that's a perfect inverse relationship. But if R is equals to 0, that means no relationship. Whether I increase or decrease my marketing cost, my Y will remain the same. My sales remains the same. Is it clear, Pushparaj?
Yeah, yes.
Yes or no?
Yes, yes, yes.
Hello?
Yes, hello.
Yeah, I can't hear you well.
Yes, yes. Clear.
Clear, no? Just give a thumbs up. Okay. Now, coefficient of determination. As I told you, it's a square of your coefficient of correlation. Okay. Basically, it tells how good a factor is. See, this is what a statement that you must remember. Coefficient of determination is the proportion of the total variation that has been caused in the dependent variable that is accounted for by the independent variable. If I say that, let's say my R is, let's say my R is 0.9. My R is 0.9. That means my R square, that means my coefficient of determination. My coefficient of determination is square of R. Square of R. That means 0.9 square. So 0.9 square is actually 0.81. That means 81%, right? So it means what is actually tells, if my X is marketing, if my Y is sales. So what does it say? It says that if there is 81% change in there will be 81% change in dependent variable. Dependent variable here is sales. due to just 1% change in sales. Due to just 1% change in sales, there will be 81% change in the, due to 1% change in the marketing, an independent variable, there will be 81% change in the sales. So that's what your coefficient of determination talks about, how good your relationship is. Okay. So that is what your coefficient of determination talks about. It's very simple and it's very easy. Okay. So is it clear for all? Getting it? What is coefficient of determination? Yes or no?
So can you explain once more?
Yeah, sure. See, coefficient of determination is basically the square of coefficient of correlation. Okay. Now, when I say this square, it means it is showing me how good the fit is between the two variables. How good these two variables are. Okay. So if my R is 0.9, my coefficient of determination will be 0.81 percentage. That is 81%, right? I have taken on x-axis my marketing. That's my independent variable. My sales is dependent on my marketing. Sales is dependent on my marketing. That's why. Okay. So I can say that if there is a just 1% increase in marketing, there is 81% increase in sales. Or you can say if there is just 1% decrease in marketing, there is an 81% decrease in the sales. Clear, Mehak?
Yes, sir, it's clear now.
So that's what your coefficient of determination actually talks about. Okay. Now regression analysis. So you all might be knowing regression analysis. Now, Mike, you tell me, you have the light bill, right? In our house, you have your light bills, right? So the next method that we are learning about is our regression analysis. Yes, Dhaval?
Sir, not able to understand that topic on coefficient
Which
of
one?
determination. The previous topic, coefficient of determination.
Coefficient of determination.
Yes, sir.
So it is basically the relationship, like how good this relation is actually all about. If I am having, like, as an example here given, see, a car dealership determines that new car sales are a function of disposable income with a coefficient of correlation 0.8. If coefficient of correlation, that is R, is 0.8, that means coefficient of determination is 64%. Okay. So I can say that 64% of the variation in the new car sales from the average can be explained by the change in disposable income. So if there is 1% change in disposable income, there is 64% change in a new car sales. Okay. Like if I tell you certain theory, so it's all about like how much I told you and what effect you show. Okay. Like if 1% effect I gave you, 1% effect I change in myself, how much effect change in yourself? So that's what the coefficient of determination. Clear, Dhaval?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now regression analysis. So regression analysis is actually very simple. You all might be knowing this particular relationship. Is also called, regression analysis is also called as least square analysis. This is what we have studied in our statistic methods. Okay. These are certain statistical methods that we have learned in around BCom and all. Okay, bachelor degrees. So it is also known as least square analysis. Is the process of deriving the linear equation that describes the relationship between the two variables with non-zero coefficient of correlation. As I told you, there is non-zero. That means there is a correlation between the two factors. And on that basis, you are making certain linear equation. Now, if I tell what is this linear equation, it is y is equals to a plus bx. Meg, switch on your mic.
Anji, sir.
Now tell me, Mehak, we have light bills, right? In our house, we get
We have
light bills, right?
light bills.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
So can we say that our light bill is based on two criteria? Like our light bill comes on our number of units used, right?
Yes.
So number of units used. So that is your X factor. That is your X factor in the linear equation. Now,
Okay.
that particular number of units used will have certain charge.
Yes, sir. Definitely.
Yes. So per charge, that is, you can say B. It is your B. It is your variable factor that changes with the number of units. Okay. Now, do we need to pay a certain fixed amount with that bill?
Yes.
That's correct. Fixed amount, that's your A. So ultimately, if I tell you that you have used 20,000 units and per unit charge you $10, and you need to pay a certain amount of, let's say, a fixed amount, whether you use the electricity or not, but still you need to pay 5,000. Okay, or let's say 500. Okay, so what is your total? That is why total electricity bill will be 500, that's fixed, plus 20,000, that's your B, multiplied by 10. So that is 500 plus 2 lakh, which gives you $2,005 as your total particular electricity bill cost. So that's what the regression analysis is. Regression analysis tells us about the relationship between the two variables. Okay, it shows the linear relationship between the two variables. So there are two regression analysis. One is simple regression and one is multiple regression. So here we can say that our total cost, that my total cost is based on my number of units, based on my one variable factor, right? But there might be possibility that there can be more than one this independent variable. So regression analysis, simple regression is used when only one independent variable is there. One independent variable means, as I gave you an example of electricity bill. Your electricity bill is based on a number of units, that's it. No other factor. So that is simple regression. Okay. Similarly, so you can assume here, see, the simple regression equation is the algebraic formula for straight line. Your y is the dependent variable. Your A is your y-intercept. Your B is the slope of regression, or you can say the regression coefficient. And your x is the independent variable. Okay. So the best straight line that fits a data point is derived using calculus to minimize the sum of the squares of the vertical distance. Let's see here. See this question. What it says. At a particular advertising level of 71,000, you have a sales of 26.3 millions. Right? At a point of 31,000 advertising, you have a sales of 13.9 million. Now, how can I find this particular factor? Because I know my independent variable is advertising. My sales is dependent on my variable advertising. That means my sales is dependent variable. Okay. So my sales is Y. Let's take it. Sales is my Y. Right. Advertising is my X. But still, I need certain fixed cost. Solving in the least square method reveals that expected sales. See, whether I do advertising or not, but still there will be certain amount of sales. That is known as your fixed sales. Fixed sales, you can say, is your y-intercept. What do we call it as? Y-intercept. Or you can call it as A. And there is a per unit, like how many units are being sold. Okay, so that's your variable factor, which is known as 311, or you can say it as a slope of regression. Slope of regression, or you can call it as your B factor. Now, let's take an example. Let's put all these things in our equation. Y is equals to A plus Bx. So here my Y is my sales, because sales is an independent variable on advertising independent variable. Okay. So Y is equals to, what's your A here? They have told that whether you advertise or not, still there will be 4.2 million of your sales. So I will write it here 4.2, or you can say 4.2 million. Okay. Plus 4.2 million sales will be there irrespective of the advertising. First factor done. Now B is your factor that you can say as your expense. B will be there. So B is per unit, that is 3,311.741. That is your per unit value multiplied by, let's say you tell me that we need to find out the advertising for 55,000 units, $55,000. Okay. So just find it out. 4.2 million plus 311.741 multiplied by 55,000. It's 17145,755 plus 4.2 million is 21345,755. Or you can say it as 21.3 million. So it's same. It's between 22.9 to 19.8. Now I want you all to find out at advertising cost of, let's say, 40,000. Find it out all. Just find out the sales at an advertising cost of $40,000. Quick. Using the formula y is equals to a plus bx. Find out the sales and show me the answer. Yes, Pushparaj.
I have one question actually, Aman sir.
Yeah, ask.
So, can you just please remove this from the screen, or maybe just minimize that? Yeah. So here we got a 4.2 million of sales, which is like 311 times. So how we get this 4.2 million?
It is fixed. It is given in our question. It will be given in the question. Don't worry.
Okay.
Okay. It's a question perspective. Like whether you invest, whether you advertise or not, this 4.2 million sales will be there itself. Okay. Like before, I was not advertising. So I knew that this much sales was there. So that is a factor. That's a fixed factor. Okay.
Okay.
Yes, Pratham.
क्वेश्चन एक बार वापस रिपीट करेंगे
Sorry.
क्वेश्चन एक बार वापस रिपीट करेंगे
Yeah. I want you all to find out the sales, the dollar sales when my advertising is $40,000. Just do it quick, guys. It's a very simple one.
हेलो
Yes.
सर 55,000 कैसे है वो मुझे नहीं समझा.
Which 55,000? This one?
Yes.
This I took now from my sales. From my advertising factor.
Okay.
This is X. This is what I have given you 40,000.
Okay.
Okay, I have got the answer from Nishu. I have got the answer from Leena Ramkiani. I want everyone to answer it, guys. And guys, try to answer it personally when you answer. Okay? Pushparaj, what's your answer? Bhupale, Pratham, Mehak, Sameer, Nilesh, Indradeep, Nishu, Diya, Yash, Dhaval, Abdul, Sheikh. Guys, you all are, I guess, 24 students. At least I should get around 20-25 question answers. Vishal, your answer is not correct here. Okay, so let us do this again. Let me help you out. So my Y sales will be 4.2 million is fixed. My sales is there, whether I advertise it or not. Plus, there is a 311.741 is my B value. That's my variable value. Multiplied by X, that is 40,000. So that's 4.2 million plus, that is 1,2,469,640. So I got an answer 16,669,640. So yes, I hope that you all are almost got the correct answer itself. Good, guys, good. So that this means that your answers are somewhere correct and you're getting it. Okay. Good. So that is your regression analysis, but it is simple regression. Simple regression means you can assume that there is only one independent variable we have used. There is only one independent variable we have used. Here, your advertising was the one factor. But sales is not something that is only dependent on your advertising. There are certain various different independent variables that affect your sales. So when you have more than one independent variable, you use multiple regression. There will not be any questions. Yes, Dhaval?
सर एक बार 40,000 का जो एग्जांपल लिया था वो एक बार फिर से समझाओ तो अच्छा।
Yeah, sure. See, y is equals to A was your 4.2 million. This is your fixed, whether you advertise or not, plus 3117.741 is my B value. It's my variable factor multiplied by X, that is 40,000 advertising. So that's what I got as 166. Got it, Dhaval? It's the formula. We must.
Yes, sir.
Okay. This A is your y-intercept. This B is your slope of regression. And this is your X value. Independent variable. Okay. So tell me, Bhupale, you tell me. As I told you, when there is only one independent variable, which method is there? Who will tell me when there is only one independent variable?
So may I?
Yes, Mehak.
Sir, simple regression.
Yes, when there is more than one independent variable.
Multiple regression.
That's correct. Good. There will be no any practical questions on your multiple regression, but we as must know that in an organization, it is not something stick to only one independent variable. There are many other different factors that affects our dependent variable. Okay. So when there is only one independent variable, we have simple regression. When more than one independent variable, it's multiple regression. Yeah. See, what is regression analysis? Regression analysis basically, Pushparaj, it is the relationship. It is showing the relationship by changing in the variable factor, by changing in the independent variable. What all changes I can infer in my dependent variable? Like as you saw here, I just changed my advertising factor and I just changed my independent factor. I got a change in my sales. So I can find out the relationship like this. Also to find out the various different factors, to find out my for the decision making, like how much I should advertise, how much should I not. Clear?
Okay, but how does we analyze from here? Like analyze from here. I didn't understand it good.
By doing different techniques, by taking different numbers.
Okay, no, let's say we assume for the advertisement expense of 48,000 here.
Yes.
So how it would be helping us in the forecasting. I just want to understand that.
By just changing the variables, by just changing the parameters, I can infer my results. Okay.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Correct now? Got it?
Yeah, got it.
Okay. So there is one more logistic regression, which is you can consider as a predictive analysis just by some predictions. It's a statistical model which is given in deep in our section F. We'll study in that. Okay. That is logistic regression. Now, when we study further what is regression analysis, we must know the assumptions of it. So that is only some basic assumption. First is your X and Y remains constant. Now, when I say what is this? Your X is your variable factor. Your Y is your fixed factor. So let us take an example. If I am an ice cream seller. I normally sell around 1,500 to 2,000 ice creams. Okay. Per ice cream cost me $15. So it's my variable cost. Variable cost means the one that changes with the sales. If I buy 10 ice creams, I pay 150. If I buy 20 ice cream, I pay 300. Okay. So that is my per unit cost. And for that all things, I pay certain fixed charges for my cart. My ice cream cart, I pay a fixed cost of 10,000. Now Pushparaj tell me that if I change my selling experience, now I am selling 4,000 to 4,500 ice creams. Will there be any change in my cost?
Yes, because variable cost is like still a variable, so
Right?
you should.
My variable cost will change
Yeah.
because I will go to the vendor and I will tell him that, see, I am buying more, give me some discounts. So let my possible that it's $12. And my fixed cost will increase from 10,000 to 20,000. Why? Because that cart was small and now I am getting for a big car. I spend more. Okay. So the thing is why I gave an example of this. There was a relevant range of 1,500 to 2,000 where my per unit variable cost remains constant and my total fixed cost remains constant. So you all must write in your book is that in a relevant range, per unit variable cost and total fixed cost remains constant. It doesn't change. Why it doesn't change? Because it's always same. Okay, because it's my relevant range, it's my basic range. But once I cross this range, there is a possibility that my per unit variable cost increase or decrease. My total fixed cost also increase or decrease. Clear? Got it, everyone?
Not understood, sir.
Sorry, Mehak.
Sir, not understood properly.
Let me tell you. See, your X factor is your variable factor. Your Y is your fixed factor. Okay. X is a variable, Y is a fixed factor. I am an ice cream seller and I regularly sell 1,500 to 2,000 ice cream. So that is my relevant range. Under that range, my per unit cost is $15. That's my variable and my total fixed cost is my 10,000. Okay, so whether I buy 1,700, whether I buy 200 or 1,900 ice cream, this will be my variable cost per unit and this is my total fixed cost. Okay, but if I change from 2,000 to 4,000 ice cream, I will go to the vendor and I will ask him, bro, give me some discounts, right? So my variable cost reduced, right? But under this 1,500 to 2,000 range, the cost was not changing. It was $15 only. But when I changed my range from 1,500 to 2,000 to 4,000 to 4,500, my per unit variable cost changed. But also my total fixed cost changed. Now you got it? So
Yes,
you
sir.
all must remember, in a relevant range, in a particular range of your selling, your per unit variable cost and your total fixed cost remains constant. Clear, everyone? So this is what your assumption is. Under your variable factor, under your relevant range, your per unit variable cost remains constant and total fixed cost remains constant. That's the first thing. Second assumption is X is dependent on Y. X is an independent and Y is dependent on X. But Y will only and only dependent on X, but X is not dependent on Y. You didn't understand what I said, right? It just says that X and Y both has a relationship, right? So X is an independent, Y is a dependent. Advertising and market sales. Advertising is independent. Sales is dependent on advertising. So sales is dependent on advertising, but advertising is not dependent on sales. Sales is dependent on advertising, but advertising is not dependent on sales. So that's what assumption that we must assume. Okay, but these both are correlated. These both have a relationship. Clear? Got it? These are our assumption. Relevant range, per unit variable cost, total fixed cost remain constant. Second, X is Y is dependent on X, but X is not dependent on Y. Okay. Now some benefits and some limitations we need to understand. What are the benefits? So we know that like we are using in a budgeting, we are using for forecasting, we are using for cost accounting purposes, right? It is for regression analysis. It is not for a special one. These both multiple regression and linear regression are a part of this regression analysis only. Okay. We are looking for the overall regression analysis. Clear, Pushparaj?
Yes, clear. But if you said that in the multiple regression analysis, there will be like more than two factors, I think.
Independent
So,
factors.
yeah, more than independent factors.
These assumptions and this benefits works for both. Okay.
Okay.
The overall regression analysis is same.
Okay, got it.
The relevant range is basically what you actually do regularly. For example, you regularly study 2 hours or 3 hours. But if I let you study for 10 hours, what will happen? Tell me, Dhaval, what will happen if I let you study for 10 hours? Will you be able to study properly?
No, sir.
But if I help you study for 3 to 4 hours regularly, you will be able to study, right?
Yes, sir.
So under your relevant range, 3 to 4 hours, everything is constant. But once your relevant range changes, the constancy changes. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now the benefits. What are the benefits of regression analysis? So benefits that we assume are like, see, I am using regression analysis for my budgeting, for my forecasting, for my cost accounting purposes, right? It is helping me to find out my variable factors, my fixed factors. So that's what the benefit is. Helping me for budgeting, for forecasting, for cost accounting purposes. That's the first thing. This is the only benefit is having. Now limitation. The limitation is basically you can, if you have noticed what we charge, your relevant range was of the past. You didn't find out the current relevant range. So you are using the past relationship, which not might be accurate for the future. So when you use the past relationship, it's not an accurate factor for the future. Okay. Second, regression does not determine causality. Like both X and Y move further. As I gave an assumption now, X dependent, Y dependent on X, but X is not dependent on Y. Yes, Pushparaj?
So you said it is like the benefit of the regression analysis is to compute the fixed portion also. I understand for the variable portion like we are computing, but how we are computing the fixed portion?
We are able to know now like what is our fixed factor, what is our variable factor. Just in the following example that we did, advertising and sales, I was able to know that this will be my fixed sales, no matter I do the advertising or not. And I know if I do the advertising of $1, I might get this much sales. Okay, so that factor works here.
Okay, so can you just please go to that question, the first one?
Sorry,
Can you please just scroll down to the first question?
this one.
Yeah, this one.
So
So if you see here, here is mentioned like the solving the least square in the expected shape.
this is
Yeah,
the fixed. This
yeah,
is
yeah.
this.
But if you see here, it's mentioned that solving with the least square method. So reveals that expected sales volume.
Least
So
square is a regression analysis only.
okay.
Least square method is the other name of regression analysis. Okay.
Mhm. Okay, yeah.
So this is as I gave an example now, that my cart was there. I was ice cream seller. 10,000 was my cost. So that was fixed. I have to pay. Whether I purchase or not ice cream, whether I sell or not, I have to pay for that cart. 10,000. So that is fixed.
Yeah.
And my variable is if I buy, then only I have to pay. If I don't buy, I don't have to pay. Yes, Meher.
So fixed sales is given in questions only every time. Yeah, we
Most
have
probably
to
it will be
suppose
given.
that.
It will be given.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Okay. So the benefit was It is helpful in your budgeting. It is benefit to find out the fixed portion, variable portion of your things. Okay, as I gave an example of light bill also. Your light bill tells you, let's say I got my light bill 10,000. So my Y is 10,000. Is it? Now I know that the per unit cost, per unit charges is $10. And I use number of units on, let's say 500. Okay, or let's say 800. 800 units I have used. So I know the variable factor, I know the X factor. Y is equals to A plus BX. Now, Pushparaj, switch on your mic. What is my Y here?
Y is 10,000.
10,000. It's the total light bill, man. It's my total light bill
Yeah.
cost. Okay.
Mhm.
What's my A here? Is it given A? Not given. What's my per unit value? $10. And what's my X independent factor? Number of units, 800. So that is 10,000 is equals to A plus 8,000. So your A is equals to 2,000. Simple, I got the fixed portion of my factor. Got it, Pushparaj? This is how I can find out using the regression analysis.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. So, as I told you, regression analysis is based on the past relationship because relevant range is not the current one. Your cost patient, your cost patterns, your fixed portion, variable portion are all dependent on the past. So, which not might provide you the accurate answer. So that is why it is based on past relationship and ultimately it's a limitation. Second is there is regression does not determine causality. What is this causality? I gave an example in the assumption only that X is an independent variable. Advertising is dependent. Sorry, sales is dependent on advertising, but advertising is not dependent on sales. Here example given: car wash sales volume and the sunny weather. Both are there. See, car wash sales volume, number of car washing, and sunny weather. If there is a sunny weather, my car wash sales increases, right? So my sunny weather is my independent variable. Sales, car wash sales is my dependent variable. Okay. So there's a factor, there's a different change. Both are strongly correlated. But you tell me that sunny weather causes car wash sales. But car wash sales causes sunny weather? No. So there is no causality between the factor. It doesn't determine the causality. It find out the regression analysis, the correlation analysis. Clear everyone? Got it? The regression analysis? If yes, just give a thumbs up quick.
If I, sir, if I understood correctly, so like the regression, like the casualty here mean by the reverse analysis or
Yeah.
okay.
There is a one side thing, not on the opposite side thing.
Got it.
Okay. Now, should we do some questions? Let's go for it.
Yes, sir.
See, a nice set of questions we have from our support package. Okay. So 22 number, just read it out loud, guys. Just try to answer. See, whenever such big question comes now, read the last line, only the last line. Analyze want to determine if the change in investment income during the current year, the change in investment income during the current year was due to the change in strategy, changes in the portfolio mix, or other factors. Which one of the following techniques should be used? Okay, I got it what they are saying. They are saying that there was a changes in changes in an investment income. And this changes in the investment income was due to the investment strategy, was due to the changes in portfolio mix, was due to the changes in the other factor. So which technique should I use? Which technique should I use? So I guess there are many variables given in this. So give your answer. Samir got the answer most probably because Samir knows this well. Okay, good set of answers I'm getting. Yes, correct. Good guys. It's multiple regression analysis that includes independent variables associated with the nature of the investment portfolio and the market conditions. There are more than one independent variables, investment strategies, portfolio mix, other factors, XYZ. Okay, so that makes our factor different. Good guys, going good. Next, I want you all to answer this 23rd number. I don't want to answer. For cost estimation, simple regression differs from multiple regression. Why? Because simple regression uses only dash. I know that. What's the difference between them? Simple regression uses only one independent variable. Sorry, one independent variable, while multiple regression uses more than one independent variable. This is what we have studied just now. Good. C option, correct. Next, 24 number, try to answer this one also.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, not able to understand the question number 23.
Question number
23.
Right?
Yes, sir.
What it says? What's the difference between the simple regression and multiple regression? You tell me.
Sir, simple regression uses only one independent variable.
Simple regression has only one independent variable, while multiple regression has more than one independent variable. Simple.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Next, 24 number. A company has accumulated data for the last 24 months in order to determine if there is an independent variable that could be used to estimate shipping cost. We need to find out, is there any independent variable that can be used to estimate your shipping cost? So three possible independent variables are given: packages shipped, miles shipped, pound shipped. The quantitative technique that should be used to determine whether any of these independent variables might provide a good estimate for shipping cost is dash. It's simple. It's a linear regression. Like the relationship between the independent variable and the dependent variable. So that makes C correct answer. Good guys. Now here is the best answer, best question again we have. Good set of question. Read the question. In order to analyze sales as a function of advertising expense, the sales manager of Smith Company developed a simple regression model. He developed a simple regression model. The model included the following equation. What equation he had? Which was based on 32 monthly observation of sales and advertising expense with a related coefficient of determination 0.9. See, as is a sales, A is your advertising expense. So we have got the formula. Y is equals to A plus BX. Okay. So we need to find the Y. While your A is 10,000, your B is 2.5, and your A, if Smith Company's advertising expense in 1 month is amount to be 1,000, multiplied by 1,000. So 10,000 plus 2.5 into 1,000 is 2,500. So ultimately I got 12500. That makes option D to be correct. Let me see how many of you got correct answer. Good guys. Pushpraj got it? Hello Pushpraj. Okay, great. Next, 26 number, it's also simple. The result of the regression Y against X are as follows. Intercept. What does intercept mean here? Dhaval, what is intercept? Who will tell me what is intercept? Raise your hand. Tell me guys, what is intercept? Hello, guys. What is intercept, guys? What is intercept? Tell me. Mehak. What is slope? From the value y is equals to a plus bx. Who will tell me fast?
Slope is a variable cost.
Sorry?
Slope means variable cost.
Slope is your b factor. Yes, it's your b. Correct. What is intercept?
It's a fixed
Fixed
cost.
Fixed
cost.
sales.
Fixed cost.
It's fixed cost. Yes, it's a. Okay, from the formula I'm asking, guys. See, you have the value of x. Y is equals to a plus bx. You need to find the y. Your a is 5.23. Your b is 1.54. And your x is 10. So 1.54 into 10 plus 5.23. That is 20.63. Simple, option number C. Easy.
So intercept is fixed cost or fixed sales?
Fixed factor. Fixed factor you can consider.
Okay, it can be both.
No, it's same only. No, if I
Okay.
fixed cost or if I say as a fixed factor, it's same. Okay. While B is my variable factor. Okay, that's it. That's it. The questions are there. Now let's jump on to the second method. First one was our coefficient of correlation regression analysis we saw. Now the second method that we are going to learn is our learning curve analysis. Anyone knows what is learning curve analysis? Can raise their hand and tell me. Yes, Aman, tell me. Yes, Samir, tell
हेलो
me.
आवाज आ रही है सर
Sorry, I can't hear you, Samir. Well.
आवाज आ रही है हेलो
Yeah, now I can hear you.
हाँ सर मतलब कि हाउ एफिशिएंटली यू कैन वर्क इन द गिवन टाइम मतलब आप रिड्यूस कैसे करते हो अपना वर्क टाइम वही होता है
Correct.
लर्निंग का
Good. So linear curve analysis assumes, basically it's an assumption. See, I want to make my budget well preferred, right? Samir, raise down your hand. I want to make my budget a well systematic and a perfect budget, right? And I should include everything. Okay, it should be realistic. So if we go for a realistic approach, you all tell me that if I am a teacher, okay, I am a faculty, I am a lecturer, I am taking to explain a certain topic in a starting period, I was taking 10 hours. But the same topic I am now able to explain in only 5 hours. Is it possible? Yes or no?
Yes.
Is it possible? Why? Because by gaining the experience, by gaining the knowledge, by gaining the skill, I am able to do it. Because when I started, I was freshy. Okay. So when in an organization, when you perform the same task again and again, you have some specialization. You gain certain good things. And on those basis, you start growing well, you produce more, you do the things well. So learning curve analysis reflects the increase rate at which it basically shows the increase rate at which people can perform tasks as they gain experience. Earlier, I was able to produce 5,000 bulbs in 1 hour. Now, in 1 hour, I am able to produce 8,000 bulbs. After some time, I will be able to produce 10,000 bulbs in 1 hour. With the experience I am gaining, I am reducing my time. If you assume per bulb production, I am reducing my time. So the time required to perform a given task become progressively shorter during the early stages of production. During the early stages of production, my production time period reduces. Okay. So everyone got it? So what is there now? These questions are more understandable by solving it. Okay. So very simple technique we have. We will be given a certain amount of percentages, or sometimes we need to find it. Let's say in my organization there is an 80% learning curve. That means after having certain production batch, I gain 80% experience. I get 80% of my my time reduced by 20%. Okay. Earlier, for example, for 10 units, I took only 100 hours. For the next 10 units, I will only take 100 into 80%. That is 80 hours. For the next 10 units, I will only take 80 multiplied by 80%. So you can see that I am reducing my time. Yes, I am somewhere reducing my time period. So that is what helping me by using this learning curve percentage. So in the question, you will be tested two things, either average or either cumulative. When they are asking cumulative, go for total. But when they are asking average, divide by the number of units. I will explain this also. And we have to assume one thing, that our production doubles every time. I produce 100 units for the first batch. In the second batch, I will produce 200 units. I will assume. In the third batch, I will have 400 units. In the fourth batch, I would be having 800 units. So every time you just double it up. Okay. You cannot find out for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No. You can only find out 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32 like that. Doubling it. Okay. So the curve is usually expressed as a percentage of reduced time each time cumulative production doubles. Whenever the production doubles, you gain experience and your time period reduces. So when determining whether the cumulative production doubles, it is important to look at units produced as well as batch numbers. So see here, start from first batch, 100 units. Second batch, 200 units. We don't consider third batch. We directly consider the fourth batch. So 200 to 400 units. See, then we don't consider 5, 6, 7. We directly consider 8th batch. That's 800 units. Okay. That's what's cumulative double. There is cumulative average also. Cumulative average means the reduction in the cumulative average time. Whenever a number of tasks happen, your per unit time reduces. Okay, so here is a question as given. See, in the first batch, you produce 1 unit. In the second batch, you double it. In the third batch, you thrice it. Double it. In the fourth batch, you double it 8 units. In the fifth batch, you double it 16 units. Yes, something you will getting better day by day when you double it. So the percentage can be 70%, the percentage can be 80%, the percentage can be 90%. Okay, so there are two methods. I will explain the two methods both in a very sophisticated way because you must know which method you can use. Okay, yes, Pratham.
सर जैसे क्यूमुलेटिव प्रोडक्ट्स है उसको डबल करते जाएंगे तो अपने जो परसेंटेज है उसको आधा करते जाना है ना अपने को
नहीं, परसेंटेज चेंज नहीं होगा, परसेंटेज वही रहेगा. ठीक
नहीं
है,
इसमें जैसे 70 जैसे ये 70% है जैसे उसमें 1 यूनिट था तो उसमें फिर डबल किया 2 यूनिट 17 के बाद उसको हाफ किया है 49 फिर उसको 49 को हाफ किया जैसे जैसे बढ़ता जाए वैसे वैसे उसको हाफ नहीं किया वो सर
नहीं, जितना आ रहा है उसका ही परसेंटेज लेते जा रहे हैं. 100 का 70% 70 का 70% 49 का 70% 34.3 ऐसे.
अच्छा मतलब उसके 70% के हिसाब से लिया हुआ है
हाँ, जो परसेंटेज हम लोग लेंगे वही यूज करना है और कोई परसेंटेज चेंज नहीं होगा. ठीक है.
ओके
यस वंश.
सर परसेंटेज गिवन होती है या फिर अपने हिसाब से निकालनी होती है?
It depends. Sometimes it will be given, sometimes you need to just find out the percentage. Okay, I will explain. We'll do some questions now, then you will gain expertise in this for sure. And
Okay.
it's the most important topic, so understand it very clearly. Okay. So any doubt that you raise, just ask me. No need to hesitate.
ओके सर,
So,
थैंक यू.
so
Yes. Yes, yes.
सर जब ये क्यूमुलेटिव प्रोडक्ट्स डबल हो रहे हैं तो ये परसेंटेज सेम ही रहेगी लाइक 70 80 और इसके लिए
Yes, percentage remains the same. Percentage never changes. Only
Okay.
time reduces.
तो हम 70% का क्या निकालेंगे मतलब लाइक 100 यूनिट्स है तो फिर उसमें 70% का निकालेंगे हम
हाँ, जो आंसर आता रहेगा उसका 70% लेते जाने का.
फिर जो आंसर आएगा उसका 70 फिर उसका आंसर का 70
Yes.
ओके ओके
Okay. See, linear curve is not a big topic, but its questions are very like they can twist and turn the questions. So we must know how can such twist can happen. What are the things that can they twist? Okay. So they have some limitations also. What is learning curve? Learning curve is basically the reduction in your time due to activity, due to increase, due to gaining expertise, due to gaining experience. Okay, so when I do the same activity again and again, ultimately I will find out the things easier. I will do it better day by day. Okay, and I will reduce my time period to do that product again and again. Okay, so that's the thing I call it as my learning curve, but it has limitation also. Yes, Pushparaj?
No, sir, nothing.
Nothing, na?
No.
Okay. So it has limitation. What limitation is that? So the limitation of a learning curve in practice is difficult in knowing the shape of the curve. See, it's not very easy to find out the percentage because how can I know that whether the percentage is 80% or 20% or 60% learning is happening? Okay, because in my organization, I have various types of employees. It's not possible that every employee is having 80% learning curve, 20%, 70%, 90%. So to typically find out that percentage is very much important. And ultimately, it's very much difficult also. So that is the only limitation it had. And when in the organization, they don't have any particular percentage, no? They use 80% as an ideal. Okay. To make out the decisions effectively and accurately. Clear? So the only limitation is it is very difficult to find out the curve. Curve means difficult to find out the percentage reduction in time. Clear?
It's clear, sir. But I think the limitation is also like the doubling, what we are doubling. So we are missing in between the doubles figure also. So
No, it is
that's
not
not a limitation.
As I told you, when we double it, we are working it more efficiently.
Right.
Always we just double it out. Okay. But the thing here is to find out that ideal percentage is very difficult. Okay. So what is learning curve? Learning curve is basically that particular assumption or that particular analysis for our budgeting, for our decision analysis process, where we assume a percentage reduction in our time whenever we double our production. Whenever a person, the reduction in our time period to produce that product, whenever you produce it again and again. Okay. So that is what your learning curve analysis is. And it has limitation. What limitation is this? It is very difficult to find out the shape of the curve. Okay. Got it, guys? Clear? I hope so. Great. So let's do some questions. There are many questions in this, huh? 27 number, read the question and answer this. It's very simple. What it says? Which one of the following techniques would most likely be used to analyze reduction in the time, reduction in the time required to perform a task as an experience with task increases? I know that. I know this technique very well because they are saying that there is a reduction in time due to repetition in the task. That's learning curve analysis, guys. That's option B. I hope that you all have given the correct answer. That's great. Good. Okay. So 28 number. 28 number is a nice question. See this question. We'll do this question twice. Like we'll do this question both the methods. By both the methods. Okay. Aerosub Incorporation has developed a new product for spacecraft that includes the manufacturing of a complex part. The manufacturing of this part requires a high degree of technical skill. Okay. Management believes that there is a good opportunity for this technical force to learn and improve as they become accustomed to the production process. Okay, they will learn and they will improve. The production of the first unit requires 10,000 direct labor hours. Write it down. First 1 unit. Sorry. 1 unit, you take how many hours? 10,000 hours. Okay. And there is a learning curve of 80%. Is used and 8 units are produced. They produce 8 units. That means 2 unit, double it. 4 unit, double it. 8 unit. They produce 8 units. Okay. So cumulative average. This is most important. Cumulative average they are asking. Cumulative average direct labor hours required per unit for the product that will be dash. Now very simple. For the first unit, see we are doing 2 methods. I will do this method, doubles method also and singles method also. For the second unit, 10,000, just multiply 80%. When average they are asking 8,000. Now 8,000 multiplied by 80%. 6400 multiplied by 80%. 5120 hours is my answer. That's option A. Okay, I got 7 answers. Samir, bhai, correct. So I hope that you all are getting it. See, this is what the average method talks about. This is the average method. Now we'll do the same question with the doubles method. So doubles method is somewhere different, little different. It's doubled. First unit will always same 10,000 hours. 2 units, double it. 10,000 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 80%. That is 16,000. Then 4 units. 16,000 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 80%. First double it and then percentage. 25600. Then 4 unit, 8 units. 25600 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 80%. That is 40960. Now they are asking me the average for 8 units. Okay, I produce 8 units. 8 units, I need the average. So average is equals to 40960 divided by 8. 5120 hours. Is it correct, everyone? Got it? Yes or no? Just give a thumbs up quick. See guys, I want you all to clear these topics. Yes, Vishal, tell me. Tell me, Vishal. Hello, Vansh. Tell me.
सर एवरेज कब यूज होगा और ये डबलिंग वाला कब यूज होगा?
You can use any. Average I use to save my time. This I use for a longer perspective.
ओके,
Okay.
बट ऐसा कंपलसरी तो नहीं है कि कोई एक ही कर.
You don't need to show the calculation, dear.
ओके.
Next, again a good question. A manufacturing company plans to bid on a special order of 80 units that will be manufactured in lot of 10 units each. Okay. 80 units I got an order and I want to produce at a lot of 10 units each. The production manager estimates that the direct labor per units will decline. Hours will decline by the constant percentage each time the cumulative quantity of production doubles. When the production doubles now, the number of hours taken reduces. The quantitative technique used to capture this phenomena and estimate the direct labor hours required for the special order is dash. I know you all are going to answer this. Everyone answer is correct only, I guess. Good. That's learning curve. Every time I produce it, I gain an expertise and I become a clear out person. Okay, so that makes option D to be correct, which is known as my learning curve analysis. Okay. Next, a good question. Now see here they're asking me to find out the percentage. See, as I told the Meg, it is possible that you need to find the percentage also somewhere. So here it is.
Yes, sir.
A manufacturing company has an opportunity to submit a bid of 20 units of a product on which it has already produced 10 units lot. They have brought 10 units lot, 2 lots they have produced. The production manager believes that the learning experience observed on the first 2 lot was continue for at least the next 2 lots. See, learning curve was same. First 2 lots, last lots, everything was same. Now see here. 5,000 direct labor hours for the first lot of 10 units. Okay, that's great. For the first lot of 10 units, they took 5,000 hours. Second, 3 additional hours for the second lot. Okay, now see, what I can do here is what they are telling is first lot, or you can say first 10 units, they only took 5,000 hours, right? They only took 5,000 hours. For the second 20 units, how much hours they took? They took 3 additional hours. For next 10 hours, that means they took around 3,000 hours additional plus 5,000. That means 8,000 hours they actually took, right? But you tell me, if I double it, what is my method is 10 units, 5,000 hours, 20 units, 5,000 multiplied by 2, right? It should be 10,000. But here they have taken 8,000 hours. So 8,000 divided by 10,000 is ultimately my 80% learning curve. You all got it what I did? So my answer is option D. Yes,
Explain it
Vinod,
again.
can you
For me.
correct? Yes, Mehak, tell me.
Sir, explain it again, please.
Sorry?
Explain it again.
Sorry? Yes, Mehak, tell me what you are saying. I am not able to understand.
Sir, she want to say, explain it again.
Okay. Yeah, I can. See, for the first, we know that there are 10 units, then double it 20 units, right? For the first 10 units, she took 5,000 hours. For the next second 10 units, she took additional 3 hours, 3,000 hours. That means total 8,000 hours she took for the next 10 lot. Now you tell me, if I double it, it should be 10,000. But they took 8,000 hours as per the learning curve factor. So 8,000 divided by 10,000 is my 80%. Got it, Mehak, now?
Yes, sir.
हेलो अमन
उन्होंने क्या बोला था अपन को 5,000 आवर्स लिए फर्स्ट 10 यूनिट्स के लिए. हम लोग डबल करके कितना कर देते उसका 10,000 किए, है ना? डबल करके हमको 10,000 लेना था बिकॉज हम लोग क्यूमुलेटिव फैक्टर यूज करते हैं, क्यूमुलेटिव डबल्स. बट उन्होंने बोला कि दे ओनली टुक 8,000 आवर्स फॉर द 20 यूनिट्स. सो कितने का गैप पड़ा? 80% आ गया ना. 80% का लर्निंग का हो गया. 10,000 से सीधा 8,000 हो गया. आया समझ में? Now it's correct. Okay.
hello Aman
Yes, Abdul.
yeah just want to ask you one small question. So we need to do this both the computation, the single one and the cumulative one in every question, is it?
Yeah, it is possible. You can do this. You can do any question with any method.
Okay.
Okay, we'll do this. See, the upcoming question I will do by only one method only. You will be able to do it.
Is it?
Yeah, I can do any question with both the methods. See, I will do this question also with both the methods. You will be there. See.
Okay.
Aerosub Incorporation has developed a new product for a spacecraft that includes the manufacture of a complex part. The manufacturing of this part requires a technical skill and everything. So that's the same question. The production of first unit requires 10,000 labor hours. Okay. First unit, they are taking 10,000 labor hours. So it is same for that. Now, if an 80% learning curve is used, the cumulative direct labor hours requires for the production of total 8 hours. Now they are not asking average, they are asking total 8 hours. So I have two methods. First, we will find out the single one and then double one also. Okay, double it, 2 units. 10,000 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 80%, that is somewhere around 16,000. Then 4 units. This is actually the average one. Huh? This is for the average one. I was able to do this question without like the solving this because just now we saw this question. That is 40960. Now see, this is the actual 8 units, right? This is the actual 8 units, the total of units produced. This method I use is, which method it is? This is double method. Okay, Abdul. Got it? This method?
Yeah, cumulative direct. Yeah, understood.
So my
Understood.
answer is B option. Right? Now let's do this same method. Do this another method, the average one method. First unit, 10,000. Second unit, take 10,000 80% directly. So no need to double it. 8,000. Third unit, oh sorry, 4 unit. Sorry. Eight unit. This is average method. Huh? Now you told me that you want to find out the total of 8 units produced. So total is, per unit I am taking 5120 multiplied with 8. Got it, Abdul?
Yeah. Now it is clear. Thank you. Thank you very much.
So it depends. If they're asking for total, directly do this method. Because like we don't need to write it also. Directly calculator is helpful. Just calculate everything in on calculator only. It's continuous method. Okay.
We will get calculators.
Sorry?
We can use the calculator in the exam.
Yes, of course we can.
Oh.
This calculator you can use the simple 100, 150 rupees calculator. You can use different calculator also, but this is what I prefer the most to all the students.
Cool.
So and it is acceptable also.
In exam,
Yes, Vansh.
sir, exam में calculator allowed होता है?
हाँ, it is allowed. Only calculator is allowed. Nothing else is allowed.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so be free. Okay. Propeller Incorporation plans to manufacture a newly designed high technology propeller for airplanes. Propeller forecasts that as workers gain experience, they will need less time to complete the job. Learning curve analysis. Based on prior experience, Propeller estimates 70% learning curve and has projected the following things. See, for the first unit, it takes 20,000 hours. For the 2 units, we don't need 2 units. If Propeller manufacture 8 propellers, total manufacturing cost would be dashed. Very simple. They are asking total. Which method we will use, Abdul?
We can use cumulative one.
Sorry?
Doubling. We can use the cumulative one, doubling one.
Cumulative doubles. And when they are asking for average, then cumulative average. Okay?
Correct.
So first unit, 20,000. Second unit, 20,000 into 2 into 70%. Then 4 units, 28,000 into 2 into 70%. Eight units, 39200 into 2 into 70%. That makes B to be correct answer. I hope this all you understood. Good. So the only reason behind why I am solving so many questions of this topic, it is an important, and I believe that this type of topics will be explained more well by questions only. So that is the only reason we are doing this again and again. Okay. There are many questions you can assume. Yeah, there are around 30 or let's say 35 questions, 36 questions are there. Yeah, we'll do that all. 33 number. Martin Fabricating uses a cumulative average time learning curve model. Nishu, it is available in your LMS. You can get from there, or even I have given it into the WhatsApp group also. So yeah, those who are not into the WhatsApp group must go there, and guys, do connect on LinkedIn also. It is also important for you all to connect on LinkedIn. Okay, so do follow on that also, and also join the WhatsApp group. If anyone is not there in the WhatsApp group, Samir, do the needful, man. No issue. It's my personal group, you can assume, okay? It's not from the VGLD team. It is there, you all, and I am the one girl. Okay. Modern fabricating uses a cumulative average time learning curve model to monitor labor cost. Okay. Data regarding two recently completed batches of a part that is used in a tractor trailer rigs is as follows. Batch 1 takes 50 units. And see, there is also given. Batch 1 takes 50 units. Average time is 20. Batch 2 takes 16 units. 50 units also. And takes 16 average. If the same rate of learning continues for the next several batches produced, which of the following best describes the time? Degree of learning curve, that means the percentage. Second, the average hours per unit for the units included from 201 to 400. So very simple, no need to hesitate. First unit was there, I took 100, I took 50 hours. Second unit was there, I took only 20 plus 16 is 36 hours. But in actually, how much should I take for 2 units? It should be 50 multiplied by 2, right? It should be 100. But I took somewhere only 36 itself. Sorry. Just a moment. There is a glitch here.
So it's not 50 hours, I think it's 50 units.
Sorry?
It's 50 units, I think. For the first batch, it's 50 units and 20 hours.
Yeah. Sorry, I mistakenly taken. It's 20 hours. Okay. So here it should be 20 multiplied by 2, that should be 40 hours. Okay. So for 50 units, I took 20 hours. For 100 units, I took 36 hours. But in actually, I should take 40 hours, right? As per the cumulative double method. So how much percentage 36 divided by 40 is?
90.
It's 90%. Right? But it is not correct. The option is not there. What should we do? Where we are wrong? Tell me. What's the mistake we are doing here?
The units are same actually. If you see number of unit, the number of units are same for the first lot and second lot.
Pushpraj got it. That's correct. See, for the first 50 units, I took 20 hours. For the 100 units, I should double 16 multiplied by 2. They didn't say additional. They said 16. They took average only. They have written the average. they are divided by batch, multiplied by 2, that should be 32. So I should divide here 32 divided by 40, that is 80%. Now from this, I am able to know that my answer is either B or either C, not A and D. Okay. So for 100 units, I took 32 hours, right? For
Sir,
yes, Purohit.
sir, not able to got it.
देख सी 50 यूनिट्स में हमने 20 आवर्स लिए, 100 यूनिट्स में 16 आवर्स लिए थे 50 के, तो डबल कर देंगे तो 32 हो जाएगा, बिकॉज यहाँ पे 50 के 16 आवर्स थे, तो 100 के 32 आवर्स हो जाएंगे. बट एक्चुअल में होने कितने चाहिए थे? 40 आवर्स होने चाहिए थे,
40.
है ना? सो दैट इज 32 डिवाइड बाय 40, 80 आवर्स, 80%. ओके.
Yes, sir.
सर मतलब यहाँ पे जो क्यूमुलेटेड एवरेज आवर्स है, अगर ये डिफरेंट है तो हम फिक्स्ड वाले नहीं लेंगे, वो डिफरेंट यूज करेंगे.
क्या बोल रहे हो?
जो क्यूमुलेटेड एवरेज आवर्स है, लाइक इसमें यहाँ पे 20 दिया है फर्स्ट के लिए एंड देन 16 दिया है, तो हम 20 को 22 से मल्टीप्लाई नहीं करेंगे, 16 को 2 से मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे.
हाँ सी, वो मैंने क्यों किया, उसका भी रीजन है, बिकॉज यहाँ पे 50 यूनिट दिए हुए, दो बैच में 100 यूनिट्स होने चाहिए, पर यहाँ पे इन्होंने एवरेज दिया हुआ मेरे को, ये जो
हाँ जी,
60 है वो
50
एवरेज दिया
यूनिट्स
हुआ
है
है.
हमारी, 50-50 दे रखी है फर्स्ट बैच में भी और सेकंड बैच में भी.
हाँ, इसीलिए मैंने ये किया, अदरवाइज यहाँ पे मेरे को 20 + 60 नहीं करना चाहिए था, बट एवरेज दिया हुआ इसीलिए. ओके. नाउ 32 मल्टीप्लाइड बाय 80%, 32 का 80% इज 25.6, राइट? 25.6. नाउ 400 यूनिट्स, 25.6 multiplied by 80%, that is 20.48. Now they are asking the number of average hours I took for 200 to 400, 201 to 400. So कुछ भी नहीं करना चाहिए इसमें, मेरे को सिर्फ माइनस करना आता है और कुछ आएगा नहीं. अब करेंगे क्या? तो पहले देखो 400 के लिए हमने कितने आवर्स लिए? 400 यूनिट्स के लिए हमने लिए एवरेज 20.48 लिया. 20.48 मल्टीप्लाई बाय 400 करो, बिकॉज टोटल फाइंड करना जरूरी है. 200 यूनिट्स जब मैंने प्रोड्यूस किए थे, तब मैंने कितना, हाउ मच आवर्स आई टुक? 25.6 मल्टीप्लाइड बाय 200 यूनिट्स, that is 5120. Now find out the difference from 201 to 400. So that is 200 units ka, there is a gap of 200 units. So 8192 less 5120 divided by 200. Which is somewhere getting me a 15.36, which is wrong. So what's the issue? Let me know. Let me just check it out. In the given question.
Hello.
Yes, Yash.
Sir, the divided by 400 करके देखो, बराबर आता है 7.68.
Sorry.
सर, वो माइनस करके आपने 200 से डिवाइड किया ना?
हाँ.
हाँ, तो मैंने 400 से डिवाइड किया तो 7.68 आ रहा है.
No, it is not correct, no, but dear, it is not correct. 17.68. How we can take?
उसमें क्योंकि एवरेज सर
7.68.
एवरेज आवर पर यूनिट बोला है उसमें, क्योंकि पर यूनिट का कितना होगा आई थिंक.
हाँ,
That's why
average
we have
200 का आएगा ना. Just a moment. Once you got it, how to find out the percentage? Till there you got it, once. Hello, once.
Yes, sir.
Okay, till percentage we all got it, right? Now after percentage, let's we do this. Okay. First batch was there of 50 units. So 50 units, we took 20 units. For 100 units, use the method cumulative doubles. 20 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 80%. Okay. Then 200 units. 32 multiplied by. Okay. So there is a glitch you all don't know. This is average time, guys. This is average time. So I should multiply this when we are looking into the batch now. It's very different. It is average per unit given. And in the first batch of 50 units, 20 per unit is given. So 20 multiplied by 50. 20 multiplied by 50, it is 1000 hours. Okay. So in the next 100 units, how many hours I am taking? 1000 into double it into 80%. That is 1600. Then for 200 units, it is 1600 into double it into 80%. 2560. Again 400 units, double it, 80%. 4096. Now they are asking me the average time period for 201 to 400 units. So that is 4096 less 2560 divided by 200 units of gap. It's 7.68. Got it, everyone? Because what we missed here was the average per unit time given, and they are actually producing 50 units. Okay, so 50 into 20, that is 1000 hours. Now 1000 multiplied by 2, then I found out the different method by cumulative double method. Okay, clear, everyone? See, this mistakes can happen with us also. So it's not think that everyone is
So
perfect.
why you multiply 20 by 50?
20 multiplied by 50 क्यों? क्या वही पूछ रहे हो महक?
हाँ जी सर.
बिकॉज महक यहाँ पे दिया हुआ है ना क्वेश्चन में, क्यूमुलेटिव एवरेज टाइम पर आवर पर यूनिट का टाइम दिया हुआ है मेरे को. तो वो 50 यूनिट्स में जितने 50 यूनिट्स प्रोड्यूस किए ना, उसमें से एक यूनिट का टाइम पीरियड था 20 आवर्स. सो मुझे फाइंड करना पड़ रहा था बार बार. सो मल्टीप्लाई बार बार करो, इट्स बेटर. मैंने पहली बार में 20 into 50 कर दिया.
अच्छा, ओके. ये
Total
पर
find
यूनिट
करने
का
के लिए.
दिया है 20, हमें 50 यूनिट्स के निकालना है.
हाँ जी, 20 पर यूनिट लगा था फॉर 50 आवर फॉर 50 यूनिट्स.
ओके.
लास्ट लाइन समझाना थोड़ी सी.
Sorry?
201, ये 201 लास्ट वाला.
हाँ, so they are asking me to find out the range of units. 201 to 400 था, so 201 to 400 इसके बीच में आएगा. So 4096 minus 2560, so that is जो आएगा आंसर डिवाइडेड बाय एवरेज पर यूनिट. दे आर आस्किंग एवरेज ना, so डिवाइड बाय 200. अब ये क्यों ऐसा मैंने किया पता है? पहले मैंने क्यों 1000 आंसर लाया? बिकॉज आई एम यूजिंग क्यूमुलेटिव एवरेज मेथड, क्यूमुलेटिव डबल मेथड. So when I am using this cumulative double method, I need to find this very well. Okay, I need to allocate this factor very well, very clearly. Okay, guys, clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. A propeller incorporation plans to manufacture a newly designed high-tech propeller for airplanes. Same question, 70% is the learning curve given. If propeller produces 8 units, the average manufacturing cost per unit is very simple. Now they are asking average. When asking average, use the average method. First unit, 20,000. 2 units, 20,000, 40%. That is 14,000. No, sorry, 70%. 4 units, 14,000, 70%. 8 units, I didn't get any answer, huh, guys? I need it. Option B, simple as that. Okay, 6860. Easy question? Very easy.
Yes, sir.
Okay. In competing as a subcontractor on a military contract, Aerosub Incorporation has developed a new product for spacecraft that includes the manufacturing of a complex part. Management believes there is a good opportunity for its technical force to learn and improve as they become accustomed production process. Accordingly, management estimates an 80% learning curve would apply to this unit. The overall contract will call for supplying 8 units. 8 units supply we have to do production for the first unit requires 10,000 labor hours. The estimated total labor hours required to produce additional 7 units. See, additional 7 units they are asking means first unit plus 7 units. That means total 8 units you will find out. Okay. So find out using the cumulative double 8 units. First unit I took 10,000. 2 units I took 10,000. Twice it 80%. Four units 16,000, double it 80%. 25600. 8 units 25600, double it 80%. 40960. Now they are asking me for 7 units. We can't find out 7 units, right? So what I have to do? Total 8 units 40960 less first one. Simple as that. Clear everyone? Understood?
Sir, why we less 10,000?
Because they are asking additional 7 units. So first unit plus additional 7 units from 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, 7.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay, great. Good answers, everyone. Yeah, I liked it. Whenever you all are answering, I'm liking it. Great. Good going. So I want to know, okay, we'll ask it. A manufacturing company required 8,000 direct labor hours to produce the first lot of 4 units. See, they're asking first lot of 4 units. So for 4 units, they took 800 hours, right? Management believes that 90% of the learning curve will be experienced over the next 4 lot of production. 90% learning curve. How many direct labor hours will be required to manufacture the next 12 units? Next 12 units means, let's see, 4 units I took 800 hours. 8 units I will take 800 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 80%. Oh, sorry, 90%. Twelve units 1440 multiplied by 2. Sixteen units. Now they told me to find out the additional 12 units. I made a mistake or what?
Sir, you had taken 12 units, so it will be direct 16 units. Not
Additional 12 units. So
Yeah.
additional 12 units means 16 less 4. 466.56, sorry, 466.6 less 800.
No, sir. Actually, you had taken 12 unit, which like after 8 unit, it will be 16. 8 to just 16. So
Sorry?
you had taken
Yeah,
as a-
okay. I made a
yeah,
mistake. Yeah.
it should be 16. Yeah.
So nothing to be done. I just
Yeah. Just remove this. Exactly.
yeah, additional 12 units. 2592 less 800, right? That is 1792. Very simple. Option number A. Yes, correct. Good, Pushparaj.
सर हमने 800 लेस क्यों किया इसमें?
बोला ना एडिशनल 12 यूनिट्स. 16 में से 4 निकाल दो 12 बचे. पुराने 4 निकाल दिए, बाकी 12 नवे।
हाँ सर।
सर नहीं आया कि आपने वो क्यों माइनस करा।
मैं यहाँ पे क्या बोला हुआ है कि एडिशनल 12 यूनिट्स चाहिए, नेक्स्ट 12 यूनिट्स। नेक्स्ट 12 यूनिट्स कब होंगे? 4 के बाद वाले 12। तो पहले के 4 के बाद वाले 12 कितने? 16 तक पहुंच रहा है, तो 16 माइनस 4 12 होता
हाँ जी।
है ना? तो बस माइनस कर दो, 16 में से वो पुराने 4 उड़ा दो, बाकी बचे ना 12।
अच्छा मतलब पूरे 4 की वैल्यू ही उड़ानी है हमें, तो हमारी मतलब वो मिल जाएगा आंसर।
हमको नेक्स्ट 12 यूनिट्स के आंसर मिलेगा।
ओके ओके
ओके,
गॉट इट सर।
नेक्स्ट अगेन देखो, सेम क्वेश्चन है। द एस्टिमेटेड कॉस्ट ऑफ एन ऑर्डर फॉर 7 एडिशनल प्रोपेलर्स। तो जब भी ऐसा है ना, तो 8 निकाल के पहला वाला माइनस कर देने का। 8 निकाल के पहला वाला माइनस। फर्स्ट प्रोपेलर का कॉस्ट क्या है? 20,000। सेकेंड का कितना हो जाएगा? 20,000 इंटू 2 इंटू 70% हमारा लर्निंग का बोला हुआ है। 4 यूनिट्स का कितना हो जाएगा? 28,000 का डबल, डबल इट 70%। 8 यूनिट्स 39,200। 54,880। आस्किंग एडिशनल 7। अब क्या करेंगे बताओ महक?
सर 20,000 माइनस कर देंगे
किस में से?
54,880 में से।
आ गया समझ में?
यस यस।
मेरा आंसर क्या आ जाएगा? 34,880। जल्दी समझ आ जाता है तुम लोग को। ग्रेट, गुड गुड गाइस, गुड। Okay, so here we end our learning curve analysis and here we are starting a new topic. सबको समझ में आ रहा है everyone? We need a break, yes or no?
यस सर।
5
Yes,
मिनट ब्रेक ले लें?
10 minutes, sir.
पुष्पराज, you are sleeping यार.
I'm saying 10 minutes, sir.
No, 5 minutes because it's Saturday, guys. I have to leave for some like Saturday, na?
Yeah, exactly, sir. Weekend days.
Okay, so I can't sit Saturday at my home and having the classes. It's for you all that I am sitting here. I don't take classes on Saturdays and even on these times. But no issue. I will go at late night. Okay, so we are taking a 2-minute break. Then again we'll start it, okay? And I will just complete this topic itself. Don't worry. I will not rush into more. I will
Yeah.
not. I will keep this last topic only.
Thanks, sir. Yes.
ना समीर, हमारे कहाँ नसीब अहमदाबाद में रहते हैं। अहमदाबाद में क्लब व्लब नहीं है भाई। इंदौर में है क्लब, इंदौर में है, अहमदाबाद में नहीं है कोई क्लब।
हैदराबाद आना पड़ेगा सर आपको।
कहाँ आना पड़ेगा?
हैदराबाद, हैदराबाद।
हैदराबाद बिल्कुल आएंगे। हैदराबाद की बिरयानी खाने जरूर आएंगे। एंड वन मोर थिंग गाइस, ईद मुबारक टू एवरीवन। सॉरी हाँ
Yeah.
समीर, नागपुर। हाँ, तुम नागपुर में रहते हो, मेरे को इंदौर याद आता है। ईद मुबारक एवरीवन, ईद मुबारक समीर। एवरीवन गाइस, अब्दुल, ईद मुबारक। हेलो एवरीवन।
हाँ जी सर।
सो आगे करना है या नहीं करना है? क्या बोलते हो? क्या आज के लिए बहुत हो गया?
एज योर विश।
आज के लिए सर हो गया वैसे।
सर इनफ है सर।
हाँ, वो ज्यादा हो जाएगा फिर।
ज्यादा हो जाएगा ना, मुझे भी लग रहा है।
काफी है
because
सर,
बता
काफी
देना है,
है।
आई डोंट वांट यू ऑल टू सब कुछ इतना करूं मैं पहले दिन पे ही।
Uh,
इसलिए मैं यहीं तक स्टॉप कर रहा हूँ, ठीक है? और
Thanks, sir. Thank you.
ज्यादा जाएंगे तो फिर सब, मेरे को पता है, सब अंदर मिक्स कर दोगे तुम लोग। कल हम लोग मेक श्योर करेंगे कि हमारा ये वाला यूनिट कंप्लीट हो जाए, ठीक है?
ओके सर।
कल सुबह
विल
के
मेक
लेक्चर
श्योर दिस 12 यूनिट शुड बी
कल
कंप्लीट।
सुबह का रख सकते हैं क्या सर कोई सेशन?
Pushparaj, you are like, you have no issue in morning. I also don't have any issue in morning, but the thing is, many students are not be able to
Okay, okay.
नो
No
सर
worries.
एट 8 AM इट्स फाइन।
अवेलेबल। नाइट में रखूं?
हाँ जी सर, नाइट में रखो।
ओके ओके।
Okay.
वो मेरी बात हो गई थी टीम से, मैंने पहले बात की थी, बट मैनी ऑफ द स्टूडेंट्स।
सर ये रिकॉर्डेड क्लास अपडेट हो जाएगी VGLD ऐप में?
क्या हो जाएगी?
ये जो आपने आज क्लास की है, ये रिकॉर्डेड क्लास शो हो जाएगी VGLD ऐप में?
हाँ वो शो हो जाएगी वंस, बट उसको
बट
एडिट
सर
होगा
अभी
उसके
चेंज
बाद।
तो हुआ नहीं है, अपडेट तो हुआ नहीं है आई गेस।
वो अब होगा ना अपडेट। आपको ओरिएंटेशन क्लास नहीं दिख रहा?
नहीं सर, नहीं दिख रहा ओरिएंटेशन
हाँ तो आप
क्लास।
मंडे को
ओरिएंटेशन क्लास भी
टीम
नहीं
को
दिख रहा
कॉल
सर।
करके बात कर लेना।
हाँ जी, क्या बोला सर?
मंडे को टीम को कॉल करके बात कर देना।
अच्छा ओके।
प्रथम आई हैव टू लुक फॉर ऑल द स्टूडेंट्स, सो दैट इज नॉट पॉसिबल। ये टाइमिंग रहेगा, ठीक है? डोंट वरी, स्लोली जाऊंगा, ज्यादा पुश ऑन नहीं करेंगे, ठीक है? यश कल क्या देखना है? कल मनी इन द बैंक देखना है। व्हाट इज दैट मनी इन द बैंक?
सर वेब सीरीज।
अच्छा WW, ये भी होता है, ये भी देखते हो तुम लोग? वाह, शाबाश समीर, शाबाश। समीर के जैसा कोई आदमी मिल गया समीर को, नहीं समीर? ग्रेट ग्रेट गाइस। इससे जब पॉडकास्ट वगैरह देखो, आई कांट सी। निशु, which handout you are asking for? हाँ समीर, वही देखना विजय माल्या का, क्या क्या फ्रॉड हो। कौन सी बुक पढ़ रहा है समीर? और निशु, आई विल सेंड यू सेंड मी हाई ऑन व्हाट्सएप, आई विल सेंड यू दिस लिंक, डोंट वरी। Okay, so the class will be in the same time itself from tomorrow on also.
ओके सर।
Okay. So yes, I
Yes,
hope that
sir.
you all understood whatever I explained. All you got it? If yes, give a thumbs up quick. फटाफट से ऐसे thumbs up पिछा दो. Great. So I hope that you all get it and you enjoyed the class well. See, class में थोड़ा अटेंड रहोगे, सबको समझ में आएगा. Everyone will be getting it in a very simple way. So be attentive, be free in the class. No need to hesitate. बिंदास पूछो, I am there. Okay. So chill out करो, weekend enjoy करो. कल मिलते हैं. Good night. Till then, see you in the classes. Bye bye.
बाय सर।
And
Bye,
सर
sir.
LinkedIn पे follow करो guys. LinkedIn पे follow करो. Insta
Bye,
पे
sir.
follow मत करके.
Yes, sir.
Bye bye.
Sure, sir. Bye.
Good night. Good night.
Yeah,
Good night.
sir.